Good afternoon, all the students, and welcome to the virtual class. Today, we will see a new poem in English that is the An, A- An Autumn Greeting. An Autumn Greeting. First, I will recite the whole poem for you, and then after, I'll explain each stanza. Okay? Come, little leaves, said the wind one day. Come over the meadows with me and play. Put on your dresses of red and gold. Summer is gone and the days grow cold. Soon as the leaves heard the wind's loud call, down they came fluttering, one and all. Over the meadows they danced and flew, singing the soft little songs they knew. Dancing and flying, the little leaves went. Winter had called them, and they were content. Soon fast asleep in their earthy beds, the snow laid a soft mantle over their heads. Poet name is George Cooper. Now, students, what is given in this poem? The poem is talking about the autumn season. Autumn seasons, the seasons which comes after summer, when leaves fall from trees. Autumn is the third season of the year. It's come between the summer and the winter, after summer and before winter. In this season, dropping all the leaves on the ground from the trees. And that's the reason is also called fall. During summer and the winter, the temperatures gradually decreases, so the leaves fall from the trees at that time. In autumn season, you can observe the atmosphere. It's so peaceful and calm. Come, little leaves, said the wind one day, come over the meadows. So in in a stanza, the wind called out to the leaves and said that come little leaves, come over the meadows. Meadows means grassland. Meadows means grassland. So here the wind called out to the leaves and said, come and we will spread over the meadows. With me and play put on your dress of red and gold. Put on your dress. As you can observe, students, the leaves, when it's so fresh, it's at that time the leaves color it is in green. But when the leaves become dry, the colors is different. It may be yellowish, it may be brown. The color is changed. So that's the reason the poet is saying, put on your dress of red and gold, because when the green leaves it's become dry, so the color is changed. It become in a red or the gold. So summer is gone and the days grow cold. That means the summer is gone. Now winter will come. The days grow cold. As I told you before students that autumn is come in between summer and winter. After summer and before winter, at that time period, autumn season is came. So that's the reason it is mentioned over there. The summer is gone already and the days grow cold because winter season will come. So the day grow cold. So basically, what is given in the first stanza that one day the winds tell the little leaves to come over the meadows, that means to come over the grassland, and we will play together. The wind asks the leaves to put on their dress of red and gold. Why they call them dress red and gold? Because when the leaves are look very fresh at that time the color was in a green, but day by day, day by day, the leaves when become dry, the color has changed. It become a red and gold. Red and gold, that means it's turned the color. Sometimes it's yellowish also, it's look brown also, it's red also, and gold. So that's the reason the way it is saying, wears your dress of red and gold. The summer has gone and the days are growing cold because winter will coming soon. Now let us see the second stanza. Soon as the leaves heard the wind's loud call, down they come fluttering. Soon as the leaves heard the wind's loud call, that means that uh, that leaves heard the wind's call out. Down they come fluttering. The leaves come down fluttering. Fluttering means what? Fluttering means that move quickly. Something is moved so quickly. So they comes down. How they comes down? Move quickly. One and all over the meadows they danced and flew, singing the soft little songs they knew. So in this stanza, what is mentioned when the leaves is coming down, when they spread over the meadows, at that time they dance, they flew, they sing a soft little song which they already knew. Okay, so what is given in the second stanza? The second stanza is given. The leaves heard what the winds called out them. All of them came fluttering down. They moved quickly down and they dance. How they move down, how they come down, they dance, they flew over the grassland, the singing the little song which they already knew. Students, what is given in this poem, they shows the actual scenario, what is happen when the summer is over and when winter will coming. Okay, so in between, in this time period, what is actually happen in the atmosphere? It is describing by the poem. Okay, so in the first stanza, the wind is called out to the leaves to come over the meadows, spread all over the grassland, and how we will spread while playing. And you have to put up your dress. Which is the color of the dress of leaves? That is a red and gold. It is not said a green colors because as you observe the leaves color is green, but when it has a green color when they are very fresh, but now they become a dry. When once the leaves become dry, the color is changed. It become a yellowish red and gold. And why this thing is happen? Because during the summer time there is a lots of hot, the leaves are changed their color, and everywhere the leaves are fell down, everywhere the leaves are fell down. These things has happened only in the autumn season. Okay, and autumn season is came between the summer and the winter. And in the second stanza, the leaves are started fluttering down. That means they move quickly down. And how they come fall down? They fall down while dancing, while flowing, by singing the soft little song. Okay, and they spread over the meadows. That means the grassland. Now let us see the third stanza. Dancing and flying, the little leaves went. Winter had called them, and they were content. Dancing and flying, the little leaves went. Winter had called them. That means the winter season will coming soon. So winter they call them. Soon fast asleep in their earthy beds. Soon fast asleep in their earthy beds. Because when the leaves are fell down, they fell down on the ground surface, they fell down on the mud. Okay, and the mud is compared and the mud is called out the earthy beds. Okay, the snow laid a soft mantle. The snow laid a soft mantle. Okay, here mantle means what? A layer of something that covers a surface. Snow, everyone know about the snow. What is the meaning of lead? Lead means put down gently and carefully. So, what is the meaning of this line? The snow laid a soft mantle. After the leaves is fell down on the earthy bag. That means when they fall down on the mud, the snow put down. After that, the snow put down and they make a soft layer of something that covers a surface. A soft layer that covers a surface. And with the help of the snow, they make a soft layer over their heads. So what is in the third stanza? In the third stanza, the little leaves went dancing and flying. That means they comes down while dancing and flying. Winter had called them. Winter had called them because there will be a winter season started, and they were contained to each other. They lay down in their beds of mud. They lay down the beds of mud, that means on the ground, and were soon fast asleep. They asleep there. Okay, because they fell down there, so that's the reason it is written over there. They were soon fast asleep. And then after, when the leaves fast asleep on the mud, then, after the snow let a soft layer over their heads. The snow it's put down. That means snow it's fall down, and because of the snow, they make a soft layer over their heads. Mantle means a layer of something that covers a surface. Okay, so what is basically given in this poem? In this poem, they're describing the atmosphere, how the appears when the autumn seasons are there. Autumn seasons appear between the summer and winter season. Okay, this is the time period when the summer is over and winter will come. That means after the summer and before the winter. That is a time period of autumn greeting. That means welcome to the autumn. So at that time period, in the autumn season, the leaves are fall down. The leaves, so much leaves are fall down. This is the one of the reason this season we also call the falls. A fall time. It is also called a fall time because during summer and winter the temperature gradually decrease, so the leaves fall from the tree at that time, so it is called the fall season also, or the fall period times also. So this is all about the poem and autumn greeting, and the poet name is George Cooper. I hope you understand the poem, students. Now I'll give you the homework that you have to recite the poem. You have to recite the poem and you have to find the rhyming words from the poem. I hope you understand the poem. Thank you, students. Hmm. Okay. Good afternoon, all the students. Welcome to the virtual class. Today we will see a new topic, that is a letter writing. Letter writing is also a part of writing skill. Just like a paragraph writing, story writing, essay writing, composition writing. So letter writing is also part of our writing skill. So student, when we talk about the letter writing, what is the use and the purpose of letter writing? The purpose and the uses is that to communicate of that person who stay very far to us. Now you people was thinking that teacher, nowadays for communicating we need a mobile, we have a different appliances, we have a modern technique. But students, later writing is always a significant thing. It's play a very important role. It's generate at it's generate at that time when when we don't have a mod when we don't have a modern appliances. At that time also we are use the later writing. Later writing is an important thing. So we should have a knowledge about this. There is a two types of letter writing. Formal letter and informal letter. Formal letter and informal letter. Two types of letter writing, that is a formal and informal. They are used for the different ways. Their structure, their methods are different, and they are used for the different perspective also. But the one thing is common, that we have to send our message, we have to communicate the message which is far to us. If you talk about the formal letter writing, if you talk about the formal letter writing, formal letter writing is a descriptive information student. One, okay. Hmm. We are discussing about the formal letter writing and informal letter writing. Formal letter use when you want to appear a serious or official things, the official situation. If you want to be discussed of some leaders or the person, at that time we are using the formal letter to that person which you know the other person very well. So that time we are using the formal letter writing. While writing the formal letter, there is a method, there is a format, a proper format, a proper structure for writing the formal letter. First, we will deal, that means first we will see a formal letter writing, and then after we will come to know what is the informal letter. Wait. Hmm. This is a format of letter writing. See, student, in this picture, you are able to see the first line is shows the name of the sender who is writing a letter. The sender name, address, date should be mentioned over there. Then two, name of the recipient. That means the receiver to whom you writing a letter. Designation. That means the address of that particular person. Company name and the company name address. So this is a format of letter writing. Now you have to mention dear. It is mentioned here dear, but most of the times people are using respected. Respected sir or madam. Then after your subject, for what purpose you are writing a letter. Okay, for what purpose you are writing a letter. The purpose is needed. As I told you, student, the formal letter writing we are used just to inform of official thing. Okay, the official thing. For example, you're writing a letter to your principal ma'am, to your teacher. Your father has been write a letter to the manager. Okay, you are supposed to write a letter a social workers. Okay, your area leader, minister. Okay, so that the this all the example, and that this thing is comes under the formal letter writing. Okay, so this is the format. Then after the body of the letter, that means your main content, your main body of the letter. What is the reason why you writing the letter? The in detail information you have to write in this space, the main body of the letter. Then then when once you complete your letter, okay, once you complete your all information, whatever you want to delivery to that receiver, once you complete, then after leave one or two line. The down you have to write yours sincerely or your faithfully. Then mention your name and signature. Instead of name, you have to use X, Y, Z. Okay, so this is the format of letter writing. Again, I will show you student to clear your concept more better way. Suppose if you people are start writing a letter to the principal ma'am. So you are the sender, okay, and principal ma'am is a recipient. That means a receiver. So first you have to write your name, name of the sender. Your address you have to mention. Then date, at which date you are writing the letter. Two, two that means to whom you writing a letter. To name of the receiver. So you have to mention to the principal. Principal then designation company name. So here what will come? School name. School name, address, school name, address. Okay. Once you complete once you complete this thing, students, once you complete this, then after leave one line, as you can see, space is there. Okay. Then you have to leave one line, and then you have to mention respected sir or madam. What you have to mention? Respected. Don't mention dear. Okay. Respected sir or madam. Okay. Then after the next line, subject will come. What will come? Subject. Subject. For what purpose you're writing a letter? Suppose you want to leave from the school for 2 days. So in a subject, you have to mention here application letter for leave. Application letter for 2 days leave that you have to mention in a subject. Once you complete your subject, then you have to be write your main body of the letter. No need to mention this, the body of the letter. You have to write the paragraph. Okay. The reason behind the letter, why you're writing this letter, the whole information you have to mention here. Once you complete your letter, then the next, this last, this last you have to write your sincerely, your faithfully, your obedient. Then name. As I told you, instead of your name, you can mention X, Y, Z. Here also, here also. The upside and the downside students, sender name will come. Okay, and then after your signature. Then after your signature. Okay, this is a format of formal letter writing. Observe it the properly, observe it the properly, students, because these things is very important. Okay, if you write the format properly in a proper way, then only you will get the marks. Okay, while writing the format letter, these things you have to keep in your mind. Okay, first the sender name, then the receiver name, date you have to mention over there, leave one line, then respected sir or madam, then subject, why you are writing a letter, then leave one line, then your main body of the letter has been started. Okay, so what's the reason for writing the letter? You have to be write down your reason. It will carry one paragraph, two paragraph, three paragraph. It's up to you. Once you complete the letter, then last you have to mention this thing and hold these things that sender name, receiver name, and this last part, this last thing. The whole this thing you have to write left side only. You have to write the left side only. That means this side. Okay, the whole the things you have to write the left side. It is important. All the things you have to write left side. Sender name, receiver name, and the last part. Okay, this is a proper format of writing the formal letter. You don't ever forget this thing, students. You have to keep in your mind. Whenever you write the formal letter writing, you always use this format. See, this is the one example of the letter. Now, what is the topic of this letter? Leave request letter for school. Okay, so leave request letter for the school. So child, so the child is writing the formal letter writing. Okay, this is the official letter. So see here, from from Rihab Sharma. Okay, she mentioned the name and the address, proper address it is mentioned over there. Street, landmark, and the state. Okay, USA. Then leave one line, date is mentioned over there. Then again leave one line, to whom she's writing a letter to the class teacher. So class teacher, grade A, she mentions the address, okay, the proper address she is mentioned written over there. Okay, then leave one line. Now, subject. Why she's writing a letter? The letter she's writing for the leave. So request for leave. As you see here, respected ma'am. What is mentioned over there? Respected. What is mentioned over there? Respected ma'am. See students, subject will come first and then after the respected ma'am. Okay, respected ma'am, and then after the main body of the letter has been started. Okay, she started writing a letter. She's put the reason that why she's need a leave and for how many days she want a leave. All the in detail information she's mentioned in the paragraph. As I told you, student, paragraph, it's up to you. It must be a one paragraph or two paragraph. And then after she leave one or two line, thanking you, leave one line, yours sincerely, name of the students, that means the child name and the signature. Okay, child name and the signature. This is the example for formal letter writing. That means the official letter. Okay, if you want to be talk official, that is the official letter writing. This also one example. Okay, official letter writing. Okay. Now, let me see the informal letter. What is the informal letter? Now, what is the informal? Informal, where you relaxed, okay? You write a letter to your friend or your relative, okay? That means informal, that means where you friendly or suitably for a relaxed occasion that we called a informal. Informal letter writing, you are supposed to write later only your friend and your relatives. Okay, that person which you are knowing very well, which you are knowing very well. Okay, that is the informal letter. See, this is the format of informal letter. That from in these three lines, name, your address will come here. Then date. At what date you have at what date you start writing a letter. Dear, see student, for informal letter writing, we are using dear, okay? But for the formal letter writing, we are using respected, okay? All right, this is the difference. This is the different points. There are lots of different points, students, in a formal letter writing and in informal letter writing. So whenever you're writing a letter, first you have to read the topic properly. What is the topic? Whether the topic is related to formal or informal. Okay, then the rules you have to keep in your mind. What is the rules which comes under the formal and informal letter writing? And then you have to start your letter. Then you have to start your letter. Okay, so dear, name of the person to whom you're writing a letter, that person name will be coming. Suppose I am writing a letter Anita. Okay, so here I will mention dear Anita. The person name first letter should be a capital. And then after my main body of the letter should be started. So it's up to you that it will be a first, second, third, fourth paragraph. How much you want to be desired to be right, what you want to be described in this later. Okay, your emotions, your thought, what information you want to be sent to the receiver. Okay, that you can mention in the paragraph. At last, you can mention your lovingly, or you can mention your lovingly, okay, your lovingly, your name, and then signature. Okay, see, your name, if you writing a letter, suppose you writing a letter to your sister, your name will come two times. First stop and then here down. Okay. Here whose name will come? Receiver name will come. To whom you writing a letter? You writing a letter your sister. Suppose your sister name is Roshni. So Roshni name will come here. Okay. So this is the format of informal letter writing. Have a look one example, student. This is the example. See, here see, this is the one example. Now here you are live in a school, Bangalore, and you write a letter to your mother describing how your new school and your hostel life, okay, that you describing in the letter. So you are writing a letter to your mother. So this letter is comes under the it comes under the informal letter writing. Understood? If a student's writing a letter to the teacher, principal, commissioner, policeman, other officers, other social workers, leader, like if you want to be complaint about the electricity bills, okay, this kind of letter is it's called a official letter. So for that you have to be supposed to use formal letter writing format. Okay, and that letter we will call out formal letter writing. And if you want to be write a letter, your family, your friends, your relative, that is called a informal letter writing. And the structure, see the structure. First, you have to mention your name, then your address, proper address. Okay, then you have to write your date. Then you can mention here, dear mother. If you're writing a letter, your mother, then dear mother. If you're writing a letter, father, dear father. If you're writing a letter, sister, dear brother. If you're writing your friend, so you have to mention your friend name, dear Rahul, dear Anjuli, dear Tina. This way you have to write a name of the friend. Okay, and the if you write the person name, the first letter it should be a capital. Then your main body of the letter. Okay, okay. Now, at last, see student, your lovingly son. That means your lovingly friend, your lovingly sister, and mention your name. Mention at last your name. Okay. Now, here the sender. Here you can observe students that here the receiver address we are not mentioned. Receiver address we are mentioned only in formal letter. In informal letter we are mention only the sender address. For example, if I am writing a letter to my friend, so only my address it should be mentioned over here. In a top, I'll mention my address here. Okay, then I'll mention the date, dear dear Tina, and then my letter it should be starting. All right. So here last I will mention your lovingly friend, my name. Okay. The things I'll write only in a left hand side. See, this also I'll write only in a left hand side. In a left hand side. Remember this thing. All the thing is going on in a left hand side. This thing is common in a formal letter as well as informal letter, that the address and this down column, the whole the things you have to write left hand side. Okay. Now students, wo, see, in a informal in a In a formal letter, the sender address, the receiver address, subject, and you have to mention respected sir, madam. Okay, your main body, and down you have to mention your obedient, your faithfully. There you cannot be mentioned your lovingly. Okay, because that is shows the informal behavior. That is shows the informal behavior. Okay, but we are writing the formal letter, so that's the reason we are using there your faithfully, your obedient. The whole the things will come in a left hand side. Okay, and what which things we have comes into informal letter, that you have to mention your address. If you are writing a letter, your address, not the receiver address. Your address, your date. Okay, then you have to mention dear mother, not a respected mother, respected father, dear mother. Okay, because you are writing informal letter. And then last, you have to mention your lovingly son and your name. Instead of name, write X, Y, Z. Okay, X, Y, Z, and down your signature. Okay, so this is all about the letter writing. In that, we are seeing the two types of letter, formal letter and informal letter. Letter writing is a part of your writing skill. Okay, I hope you understand the students. Thank you, everyone.